We've all seen talk shows where time ran out for the last guest, so the host apologizes and either cuts the last guest entirely or only gives her a few minutes of screen time. In fact, Jimmy Kimmel and Matt Damon had a hilarious feud over this exact scenario a few years ago. I put a link below this video in the comments to a clip that chronicles Damon being cut from Kimmel's show about 12 times, and then he's finally cut short when he really does make it on the show. Trust me, it's funny. If you're giving presentations, especially if you're one of several speakers for an event, it's possible that that can happen to you as well. Sometimes, despite the best intentions of the event organizers, the schedule gets screwed up, and unless you're one of the first speakers or one of the most important speakers, you'll be told that your time's been cut. But this can also happen outside of the big-time venues. There are many other scenarios where a person might give a presentation to, let's say, a busy audience. I'm thinking of a sales pitch to C-suite executives with tight schedules, or an argument to a judge with a full docket of hearings for the day, or perhaps a job interview set at the end of the day after the interviewers have talked to 10 other candidates and have run out of time. In each of these scenarios, the presenter has arrived with a certain length of time in mind for the presentation and is suddenly told that it must be presented in a fraction of the time. If you planned and practiced for 20 minutes, you find out you have 5, what do? Well, first of all, I'd recommend to try and avoid this situation if you can. If you're presenting at a day-long function with multiple speakers, then make sure you keep tabs on the timing of the event, especially leading up to your presentation. If things are running behind schedule, then ask the organizers to cut breaks short or to cut other speakers short so that your presentation won't be too negatively impacted. If you're presenting to a busy audience, make sure you confirm multiple times with them before your event. If you've received multiple confirmations from the audience that they'll be present and available, then you're unlikely to be told at the last minute that you'll need to change your schedule. If you must present on short time, ask your host to introduce you to the room to let everyone know that it's not your fault that your time has been cut short. That way the audience will have some sympathy for you. Then you're going to have to do your best to present the greatest hits of your presentation. Now, if you're frequently presenting in venues where you run a risk of being cut short, it's not a bad idea to practice an abbreviated version of your presentation just in case you have to cut it. Now, I hope your presentation never gets cut short, but if it does, I hope this advice will help you. Until next week, stay happy, my friends.